So I have my fabric folded into two, and don't forget we are drafting on the wrong side of the fabric. This is my center front, here is my starting line, and I'll be drafting out the back pattern of the butterfly keyhole down, okay, because I want mine to have a joining on the shoulder line. But if you don't want yours to have a joining on the shoulder line, you can just fold it into four, okay, and cut it that way. But mine will be having a joining on the shoulder line. All right, so the first thing I'll do is to measure out the length of the gown, and it's 50 inches plus 2 inches folding allowance, so that will give me 52. So from this starting line, as you can see, I already drafted it out. So this is my 50 inches and 2 inches for the folding allowance. This is the center front, and the measurement I'm working with is 31 inches. And how I got the 31 inches, I took her shoulder measurement plus her sleeve measurement, and altogether that gave me 31. From her center front, the 31 inches divided by 2 will give me 15.5 inches plus 1.5 inches for the folding allowance on the side, okay, on the side. So altogether I have here 17 inches. So for this gown, I will just measure this 17 inches down to the length of the gown. The next thing I'll be measuring is her neckline, okay. So the wideness, and this is the back piece of the gown, so the wideness of this neckline, I'll be making use of 3 inches, okay. That is the width. Therefore, for the depth also, I'll be making use of 3 inches also. So I use my curve ruler and connect them. So the next thing I'll do, I'll measure out the shoulder slope, 1/2 inch. So from this wideness of the neckline here, which is 3 inches, I just connect it to the 1/2 inch here. Okay. Then the next thing I'll do is cut this out, fold my fabric into two, and cut something exactly like this for the front piece. But remember, the wideness of the neckline will be the same, but the depth will be something different, which I'll show you, okay. So the wideness of the neck is still the same, 3 inches, okay. So this is it, okay. So I'll fold my fabric a little bit, okay. Then the depth, this is the front piece. Remember, we cut out the back piece first, so this is the front piece, and the depth of it is 4 inches, okay. Then I use my curve ruler. So from the shoulder line to the bust line measurement, 10 inches. I'm working on both the front and back piece of the fabric. The round bust measurement divided by 4, then plus 2.5 inches sewing allowance. Then from the shoulder line to the waistline, 16 inches, to the hip line, 22 inches. So I'm measuring the round waist measurement divided by 4 plus the same 2.5 inches sewing allowance. The round hip measurement divided by 4 plus the same 2.5 inches sewing allowance. So from the shoulder line, I'm going below the waistline with 1 inch. So I'm from the shoulder line to that point is 17 inches, and that is the line drawn out. So the sleeve is 8.5 inches from the shoulder line. Okay, can you see it? So I'll also be drawing a straight line too. So I would input the measurement I have on the bust line on this armhole line, okay, because the keyhole is starting from the under armhole. Okay, so I'm inputting the same measurement on the bust line on that line. Then I'll connect it with the 17 inches. Okay, and then I'll draw a semi curve from the under armhole down to that 17 inches. I hope you are following. Okay, so I just draw around something round. So now it depends on how wide you want your keyhole to be. So but just draw something, just a small circle. Can you see that? Then I use my scissors, notch a little part in the middle, then cut it round. Then don't forget, you leave half an inch before that line, the under armhole line, and also half an inch before the other line below. I hope you're following. Just watch what I'm doing. And I used bias to hem the neckline for the front and back. There is a button behind for ease. I've joined the shoulders. I've hemmed the sides of the dress, of the gown, sorry, down to the other part. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is to sew the keyhole of this gown, and I'm on the right side of the fabric. So what I'll do next, I just raise one side like so. Okay, you turn it over like so, hold the wrong side now facing each other. Can you see this? The wrong side facing each other. Then I'll go over to my machine, sew half an inch. Okay, you just keep sewing. You sew half an inch round until you come back to the point where you started. So this is what the keyhole looks like after sewing. And please don't forget to notch. Okay, notch round after sewing. You can see the other side of it. So the next thing I'll be doing is to take this over to my machine. I will just sew from here, just sew something straight, and also on the other side. Okay, and I don't need to measure the hip, the round hip measurement on the dress anymore, because I know I have enough of allowance from this point to the other keyhole. I've checked and I have a lot of allowance. Okay, so I just sew straight and straight on the other side. That will be all for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.